With a devastating swing, Jyoka charges forward, his blade howling through the air. The girl from the Union cult meets his assault hetman, expressionless, relentless. Their swords collide with a thunderous clang, and the shockwave tears through the valley, shaking dust and stone loose from the cliffs. The impact forces Jyo back. His boots grind against the earth, and annoyance flickers across his face. Without hesitation, he lunges again, this time, sweeping low in a wide horizontal strike. The girl feints a block with her aura, infused fist, but at the last instant, she drops low, ducking. Beneath his sword arc, her cold eyes stay fixed on Jyoka as she twists and swings upward from below, her blade flashing inches from his face. Jyoka leans back sharply, evading the fatal R. His annoyance deepens. She presses in again, attacking without pause, and he leaps over her second stride. In midair, he twists, descending with a powerful kick. Her expression doesn't change. She intercepts the kick with her left arm, deflecting it with effortless grace. Her sword is still poised in her right hand. The moment his foot lands, she counters. Her sword darts forward like lightning. Jyoka growls under his breath, meeting her blade with his own. Sparks burst between them as steel grinds against steel. Behind the clash of swords, their gazes lock, his tense and strained, hers cold and composed. They release their energy at once. The explosion of force hurls them apart, both flipping backward through the air to land on opposite cliffs that ring the valley. Jyoka's feet dig into the rocky surface, cracks spreading beneath him as he channels strength into his legs. Across from him, the girl mirrors his action. Silent, focused, the cliff trembles beneath her stance. Then, in a blur, both launch themselves forward. Their blades meet mid-air, colliding with such force that the valley ignites in a blinding white light. From the sidelines, Stormblade and the others stare in awe. Stormblade breathes, "This fight. It's amazing." His eyes widen as he watches the blinding streaks of steel and aura flash again and again. "I can barely follow them with my eyes." 3 other warriors nod, eyes locked on the battle. They're evenly matched, one mutters, "I can't even tell who will win." But one man stays silent, his face grim. Inside, he knows better. They may look equal, but they're not. "I can tell." Asuka and the girl clash again mid-air. Their movements blur. Each exchange a storm of precision and violence. The silent watcher narrows his gaze. Incredible skill, but who is that girl? Seal screams once more. The girl blocks, her sword vibrating from Jyoka's power. She glances up at him, her calm eyes flickering with thought. Then she strikes back. Jyoka catches her blade and snarls, confused when she speaks. "You're strong," she says evenly. "What?" He grunts. Her grip tightens, her stance steady and composed. "You're so strong," she murmurs. "It's dangerous." Her sword flares. She moves faster than before, faster than he expects. Aura bursting around her. "You'll have to die here, Yanji." Her blade tears through his guard. The impact sends Jyoka flying, crashing through rock after rock until he slams into a cliff face with a deafening boom. Dust clouds billow through the valley. Stormblade and the others stand frozen in disbelief, shouting his name in unison. "Yan Jyoka," from the rubble. Jyoka rises slowly, his body bruised but unbroken. He plants his damaged sword into the ground and glares at her. "You're acting proud over one lucky hit," he growls. "You think you've already won." He breathes heavily, anger hardening into resolve. "You said you'd kill me." His eyes narrow. "Don't even dare imagine such a thing." The valley falls silent. Even the wind stops. Jyoka exhales, closing his eyes for a brief, steady breath. Across the chasm, the girl senses something shift. Her instincts flare. Her eyes narrow. A violent wind sweeps down from above. She looks up. A blinding light appears high in the night sky, descending fast, heavy with pressure. It slams into the ground before her, exactly where Jyoka stands, detonating in an explosion of blinding radiance. The light surges across the valley, forcing Nangamyan to shield her eyes. But then her expression falters, her eyes widening in disbelief. Through the glare, she sees it. A shimmering sword wreathed in blazing. The aura, burning like the sun itself. Her voice trembles. "That's it." As the glow steadies, Nangam Jiwoo emerges, holding the radiant blade. The sword's brilliance calms, but its energy thrums like a living storm. Aura flares around him, matching the sword's fierce glow. "The heavenly evasion sword," she whispers, stunned. Her thoughts flash back. Until now, Nangamyana couldn't summon that sword without immense power or the 8-trigram bell. But now, seeing him draw it forth with his own energy, even if only in a lesser form, she can't help but acknowledge it. His strength, it's truly incredible. Yet, as she lowers her head, A strange heaviness fills her chest. Why? Why does this feel so ominous? Go roars, aura blazing, and charges once more. The girl steadies herself, calm and unyielding, as they rush toward each other, two streaks of light about to collide again. And just before their blades meet, Manga and Yana's heart tightens. Why do I feel like something terrible is about to happen? Elsewhere at the Yin, Dawn Cult headquarters, the Harmony Pavilion Master, Chaos Sword Demon Qian Zhenyan, informs the Lunar Maiden that there will be no assistance from the royal troops. But the Lunar Maiden's temper flares immediately. She slams her hand into the wall, cracks running through the stone as she shouts that she doesn't care in the slightest, her voice ringing with fury, as she demands if he's forgotten her orders. Her anger only grows sharper. She yells again, reminding him that she told him to watch over the child brought by the cult leader, and demands if he's completely lost his mind. Qian Zhenyan, however, remains calm and unshaken. He answers evenly that there was no need to take care of the child. His tone edged with confidence as he states that he saw the girl defeat the heaven-destroying demon lord as if it were nothing. He continues, saying that her strength rivals even that of the demonic generals and that someone with such power isn't about to die so easily. But the Lunar Maiden cuts him off coldly, snapping at him to shut his mouth, saying that all he ever offers are excuses. Her composure starts to fray. Pacing restlessly, she begins biting her nails, muttering in frustration as she wonders what she'll tell the cult leader when word of this reaches her. Her voice drops to a low curse as she admits to herself that she never should have trusted Chaik Jinyan with something this important. Her words land heavily. Sayak Chinji's expression hardens as he straightens and calls her name. He tells her, his tone controlled but biting, that while he respects her as someone with more experience as a demonic general, he will not stand for such disrespect. He adds that if she had been so concerned, she should have handled the girl herself. But the rest of his words die as the Lunar Fiend's teeth snap down on her nail with a sharp crack. The atmosphere shifts in an instant. A crushing pressure fills the room, her killing intent spilling out like poison. The air grows heavy, and Chaik Jinyan finds it difficult to draw breath beneath the force pressing against him. Her gaze turns deadly, cold as steel. She tells him softly, with the cold gaze of a predator, to keep talking if he truly wishes to die. Then, just as swiftly as it came, her aura fades, leaving the silence thick and uneasy. After a long pause, she asks if what he said earlier was true, that the girl is fighting on the front lines right now. He confirms it, his voice steady despite the tension, and her tongue clicks in irritation. A low curse slips from her lips as impatience flares across her face. Turning for the door, she mutters that this is such a damn nuisance, her tone heavy with scorn and annoyance. At the Valley of Death, everyone, including Stormblade, the Alliance strategists, Chief Peng Yimko, and Taejimo, stares in disbelief as the sound of Jio's exhausted, heady breathing echoes through the valley. Yan and Ryoshi watch too, worry etched deep across their faces, disbelief tightening their eyes as they witness his state. Jio himself stands with his head lowered, his body trembling from exhaustion. Sweat runs down his face as his chest heaves, his breath harsh and ragged. Across from him, his opponent stands calm and unmoving, completely unfazed. Her cold, expressionless eyes remain fixed on him as though measuring his very limit. When she finally speaks, her tone is devoid of emotion. She tells Jio that he is strong and dangerous, that if he only had a little more experience, he might have been able to defeat her. Then, without warning, she steps forward. Her movement is so swift it seems she vanishes, reappearing mid-charge. Her eyes remain cold as she declares that as he is now, he cannot defeat her. Jio steadies his breathing. His aura begins to rise once more, the energy around him flaring like a faint storm, still leaning against his sword. Then slowly he lifts his head. His gaze sharpens, fierce, unyielding. His aura steadies, burning stronger, and he looks upon the girl as he speaks. I once used to say such arrogant words, he tells her. His voice is rough, worn, but firm. However, he grips his sword tighter, veins bulging along his arm, as the ground trembles beneath him. Visible power is not all there is to one's strength. As his words echo through the valley, a blinding beam of light descends from above, its energy identical to Jio's own. The light strikes the ground right for him, its sheer force halting the girl mid-air just before she can close the distance. Her eyes widen in shock as the light spreads outward, its brilliance inches away from engulfing her. A deafening explosion follows. The entire space between them is consumed by the blast of that descending beam, its radiance overwhelming the valley as the two figures are swallowed by the blinding surge.